sure JJ just ran over someone's cake. Which is funny to me. Because he's crazy. Yeah, I'm going out for that one. But, you know, it sucks being a fit comedian. Because, like, half the jokes people have just go right out the window. Like, when I talk to people, I'm like, yo, I was like peeing yesterday and I couldn't see my dick. They're like, no dude, you have abs. No. And you're fucking black. And even fat black people can see their dicks. Fuck you, buddy. So I have to watch the news a lot to see like a lot of the material that I'm gonna use. And you know, CNN is fucking great for that. I was watching the news yesterday, and apparently, you guys remember Octomom? She was that like broke, stupid bitch who got artificially inseminated and had like 8 tuplets or whatever. Apparently, they want to give her a game show, and I was thinking about this, like, who the fuck would want to give her a game show so that tons more broke, retarded people can have babies? And then I realized their plan. See, they syndicate this show, and then next season they have this new show called Life Inside an Abortion Clinic. Yeah, that's the fuck what I said. You guys are fucking vicious. And then, you guys hear about that fucking killer whale or whatnot? There's no joke behind this, I'm just talking about this. It's fucking crazy. There's this killer whale that's killed like 3 people since it's been like brought into captivity. And it was on CNN, and literally, when it came up, I could not stop laughing. Because, the guy presenting, like the reporter or whatever, had this Crocodile Dundee looking motherfucker as his like liaison or whatever you want to call it. And honestly, this guy was just funny to look at. He had his fucking hat on. He was looking like with his fucking Australian shirt on. No accent though. Fucking machete strapped to his back. I was like, what the fuck? And so he starts talking, and he's all about like, you know, jumping into a water pool with a fucking killer whale is like committing suicide. You know, I totally agree with him. You know, it is like committing suicide. You jump off a fucking building, you expect to die. You jump into a pool with a killer fucking whale. Like, killer is in the name. Like, you don't expect to die. I don't go to the clubs that often, but when I do, I have a great time. And I look around and I look at all the women. Sorry, Allie. That's my girlfriend. And I realized that Tolkien, the guy who wrote The Lord of the Rings, must have gone to the club a lot. Because like if you think about it, all the races in like The Lord of the Rings, there's a representation for them when you go to the club. Like the orcs, just that ugly bitches, all the ugly bitches. The hair all done the same. The hair is all done the same. They're all dressed alike. They all have that same, oh, I didn't even know what. All have the same look. And you know, Tolkien must have slayed hundreds, thousands of those individuals. But you know, it gets better, you know. There's that exotic chick, you know, she's really hot, has the big ears or whatever, and you know, Tolkien was just like, whoa! I gotta put L's in my books now. But then you know Tolkien had that one horrible experience. Otherwise there'd be no Balrog in the fucking books. He wouldn't be there. And I'm pretty sure this is how it went, you know. He gets to the club, and there's this one chick, and she's just so fine. Like, she's just breathing fire all over the dance floor and shit like that. And he gets up close, and he's just like, smells just a little bit like fish. Fuck it. This chick is hot. So, he takes her home. They have a wonderful night, filled with games and activities. And so he's with his writer buddies the next week, and he's talking to Oscar Wilde, and he's just like, man, got the fucking crap. I was chilling with this one chick and she was really hot. She was blowing fire all over the dance floor. And I took her home, but I forgot to wear the gray wizard. Tolkien was just like, fuck that! I was like, you shall not pass!
Yo, kick it, you're flying.
Oh, man. That's my boy, he's always got my back.
Yo, what were you doing backstage?
I get ready to go on stage. Some people have a couple drinks. Some people do shit like that. I get ready.
From Allie! Sorry.
I'm in business economics and law at the university. You might not think so, you might think I'm retarded. But we have to read a lot about like marketing and shit like that, and like marketing blunders and whatnot. And I was reading my textbook, and this really funny one happened. And like, I'm gonna portray it to you. Yeah, so here goes. I was at the store yesterday, and I couldn't read any of the labels. So I went up to the guy and I was like, hey, man, next time I come in here, you got to have pictures on the labels instead of these words. What are words? Fuck that, I eat machete food. So the guy comes, I come back the next day and I'm talking to the guy and he's like, man, you're crazy. You're crazy. I saw you. You're buying all of that, the food with the baby on the front, the Gerbers. No one else buys that shit. No one else buys that shit. What do? You go home and you eat the babies? You eat the babies?
That's actually true.
And apparently, no, that never happened. But I'm African and I can make fun of Africans. I have a joke that a buddy of mine told me, especially for St. Patrick's Day. And yeah, shout out to Troy. He's not here, but I'm gonna do his joke for you anyways. So 4 or 5 top conglomerate beer dudes walk into a bar. They're all just chilling, having beers and whatnot. Well, yeah, they're all just cheering. And so the server comes up to him and he's like, okay, what do you want, guys? What do you guys want to drink? And the American guy's like, well, you know, Americans, we're the king of beers. We do everything the best. So give me a Bud, the king of beers. And so the guy's like, okay, you're fucking dead. Next guy up is Canadian. He's a nice dude. He's just like, oh, it's Canada, eh, you know, so give me a Molson Canadian. Yeah, Molson Canadian, eh? It's all good. He gets his Molson Canadian. German guy comes up and he's like, Germans created das Bier. Give me eins back. So he's chilling with his Becks and Patty comes up and he's just like, oh, well, I'll just have a Coke with some lemon squeeze in it. Yeah, just some lemon squeeze into it. And so everyone's just like, what? Everyone else is drinking beer, Patty. This is St. Pat's Day. Why aren't you drinking beer? And he's just like, well, if none of you fucking pussies are drinking, why the fuck should I? I'll be drinking Heinekens. All right. So